Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we have to talk about Oracle because Oracle has a worldwide surveillance machine and 5 billion of us are caught up in this. This is insane. Here's what's going on. This is coming from multiple sources, including CSO and CRN, but wow, this is nuts. A class action lawsuit was filed last week in the Northern District of California and accused Oracle of running a, quote, worldwide surveillance machine, end quote, and violating the fundamental privacy rights of hundreds of millions of people, although you will see that number grow. Now, the suit alleges that Oracle has violated California's state constitution by compiling and selling off personal information and makes a common law tort claim for intrusion upon seclusion, along with 5 further causes of action ranging from state data protection laws and federal wiretap acts. Quote, as a data broker, Oracle effectuates ongoing comprehensive surveillance of the plaintiffs and class members which grievously intrudes upon their privacy. Ordinary people, such as the class members, do not and cannot possess an appropriate level of knowledge about the substantial threats that Oracle's surveillance poses to their own autonomy, end quote. Now, one of those class members is the Irish Council for Civil Liberties, and they allege that Oracle has digital dossiers on 5 billion people worldwide, which generates more than $42 billion in annual revenue for Oracle. The lawsuit also focuses on, and I'll talk about that in a second, it focuses on Oracle's data management platform known as BlueKai, which includes the Oracle Data Marketplace. Now, according to the lawsuit, the 2 plaintiffs who live in the United States received documents from Oracle this year that indicate the company built electronic profiles on them based on internet browsing and activity, making their information available to third parties without their consent. The plaintiffs also allege that Oracle tracks everything from people's names and home addresses to what brick and mortar stores they visit and preferred payment methods for goods. Oracle then gathers this information through cookies, tracking pixels, device identification, cross-device tracking, and buying data from outside parties. Oracle then analyzes that data and sells it according to the lawsuit. Now, Oracle tracking technology is so ubiquitous, according to this lawsuit, that trackers for its Add This webpage bookmarking tool were found on 4 states' online COVID-19 information pages and websites offering resources for undocumented immigrants and domestic violence survivors, meaning they might be able to understand if you are an undocumented immigrant or a domestic violence survivor, and obviously that's a huge thing. Not to mention the fact with the brick and mortar stores, we know that like when we go and we use our Visa or MasterCard or whatever to pay something at our local retail store or supermarket or something, a lot of the point of sale systems are actually Oracle owned. Micros, that's Oracle owned, meaning as you're going to that restaurant to, buy lunch or dinner or, whatever it is you're doing, they're also tracking this. So now they say, oh, this is Nick's credit card. Nick goes here, Nick goes here, Nick goes here. Nick is being tracked online. Everything I do is basically going into this. This was unbeknownst to most of us. Obviously, we just expect to be tracked, but Oracle has, I think for the most part, flown under the radar as we focused very heavily on the Googles and the Amazons for data mining or the Facebooks and TikToks for social media data mining. Oracle has kind of flown under that radar, but not anymore. So this is going to be very interesting to see where this goes. I think this has ramifications for literally everybody, because even if you're like, well, I don't do social media and I never Google, you sure as hell buy things, and Oracle knows it, and they're selling that information too. So come on over here to our side. We're just getting angrier, I guess. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, where you'll be data mined, but apparently not to the level of Oracle. Same with YouTube as well, where you should hit that bell and subscribe to me. And as always, please be safe, stay online, and as always, attempt to stay private. Thanks all.